Hey YouTube, coming here today, again today, so I don't know what my topic's gonna be right now, but I was speaking to somebody and they were telling me about, how when they had a friend that was making all her decisions, she had got into the spiritual, I guess you say the spiritual side of things, what they call a spiritual community, right? Which is nothing wrong with that. But and then she said, my friend, she's a devout Christian. She's all in, but she's not judgmental about others and whatever they choose to do as far as religious beliefs or however they live their life. She's a really good woman, good person. And she was just saying that her old friend that she's had, been friends with since like elementary school, she never judged her in the way she does her thing. And she said, me as a Christian, I'm not into, dealing with all the different things, tarot readings and, reading tarot cards and different things like divination and all that stuff like that. And now although she's a Christian, she is very tapped in to the spirit. She naturally. So she can seriously see a spirit for what it is or see what's behind the person a lot of times. Like she can literally see it, right? Or like I think well you can say an aura and different auras and all that stuff like that. She can see it naturally. So but her friend cannot. And the friend being new to all this stuff, my friend warned her friend. I understand you get into all the spiritual stuff, which is cool, nothing wrong with that, but she was like she was warning her about certain things, and she would be getting direct messages from, she'll say from, from God or whatever, right? And as a Christian, and she was like, hey, she has premonitions and different things like that, and they are on point, y'all. Every time they're on point. If she warns somebody about something or tells them some good news, it does come to pass for the most part. So it comes to pass all the time. She's not wrong ever. And she was just telling her friend just out of love, and she's like, I'm just a little nervous because the friend, how can I say, the friend she had a great, marriage and everything like that. They had a big nice house, nice cars, vehicles, all kind of stuff. She got a maid, right? Got a maid in the shade. And her friend wanted to start dealing back with this bad boy guy who's been locked up for years. He used to do some, sell drugs or do some criminal activity, whatever, and was locked up pretty much all his life. That's the type of guy that she always liked. And they're a little bit younger than me. They probably like 8 years younger than me. And I'm like, girl, I'm just listening. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, now I might not be able to see people's auras and, see whatever, I guess you could say the spirit or the entity that is, I'm going to say dwelling in them or using them for whatever temporary time or whatever. But my friend can. I've known of other people, especially women for sure. Some men, they don't really talk about it as much, but nowadays, on social media, but I'm saying in real life, that have seen these things. And a lot of these women, so funny, a lot of them have been ministers. So, and then my friend, she is thinking she's actually going to, what's that school? Religious school? I forgot what it's called. I forget what is it called? But anyway, she's studying so that she can get ordained to be like a minister or a pastor or whatever, right? And her friend is based off of her tarot readings, and it's her own tarot readings or from what she heard from another person. She's going off of that, which is, she's into the twin flame and the soulmate and all that stuff like that. I kind of thought that it was a thing, but with that kind of stuff, maybe, okay, let's say it is a thing or it's not. Let's say you believe in it, cool, but you're gonna, if you put all your faith and belief in this thing. You put all your faith and belief in this thing. You're going to be obsessing over, oh, this is my person, this is my person. When that could, yeah, this could be one of your people, but is the tarot reader or whatever, are they telling you all the details? Are they telling you all the drama you're going to go through with this person? Are they telling you how long this person's going to be in your life? Because you can't leave things out. If you deal with this person, that person should be able to tell you, hey, if you deal with this person, this and that, this and that, you know, you know, if you deal with this other person, or you can wait on this person, or you can stay with this person, and blah 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 blah. If you're gonna do that, that's what I recommend. But if you're a husband or wife, whatever, right, and you have this person that treats you so freaking good, you know what I'm saying? There's almost no rainy days, okay? They treat you so good. They may not be particularly your type, and that part right there, she likes thugs or whatever, you know, people that we consider they're doing, you know, they do some risky behavioral things. She likes those type of guys. And if you're in your 30s and you still like those kind of guys, first off, you putting yourself in a major dangerous place, in major danger. You need to work on yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to learn how to have fun, make fun. You know, you need to, if you're the more exciting person in your relationship, maybe you just be the more exciting person in a relationship. If your person is open to you and they love you, have a conversation with them. Tell them, hey, baby, I need some excitement in my life, and I love you, but I need some excitement. Like, you know, give them some, like, hey, do you think we could do this and that? And I'm not talking about swinging now. That's a whole nother thing. Y'all get into that could bring a whole lot more problems into your life. Some people think they can handle that, but most people cannot. I think some people can handle a polygamous relationship. In the United States, most people are not even raised to be able to withstand a polygamous relationship, but yet people want to try it. And I get it. I do get it. But you really have to sit down and think about stuff and see if it's even worth it. I always think, like, okay, is this even worth my time? Because sometimes we get all in our head and we get these grand ideas, like these last minute little quick ideas. Yeah, that could be great. But then, I mean, you got a solid thing going for you. Like, why would you mess that up for somebody that you don't even know? First off, this one person been locked up for about 12 years. You don't even know if this person, and I'm not saying nothing about people that's been locked up, you know, guys, and, you know, I wish y'all the best, but you don't know if the guy is still even into women, okay? And I ain't speaking about everybody, I'm just saying. Small guy, been in prison for 12 or 13 years since he's been grown, 17, and been in juvenile all his life. Got out for a few months and then went right back in. Like, he can't even stay out. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not speaking down on nobody, but anybody knows people that's been locked up, especially men. And even if you've been a man, you've been locked up, you know the truth, what's going on back there, I mean, behind those doors. And I'm not saying you're involved in it, and I'm not, even if you are, I'm not even judging you. You know what I'm saying? I want the best for everybody. I want you to be reformed, and if you, whatever happens and during that time and all that, I don't like people to force their stuff on people and all that stuff like that. But these are things that happen. Or some people I'm hearing, you know, from people that's been locked up, and they're just straight up, and they're like, hey, some people are not forced. They're just in there doing what they do for the time being, you know. And some of that stuff will spill out when they're out and about in, you know, with the civil world out here, with the civilians. Long story short, the girl made a very hasty and bad decision. And she, you know, she cheated on her husband like 3 or 4 times before that. The husband loved her so much that he was still willing to, he loved her so much that he was still willing, he kept her. Like, he didn't, you know what I'm saying, kept her. He took her back, because she stayed. Like, he literally forgave her. And just like, hey, and even with this thing, when she started dealing back with this guy, she's, you know, trying to get a divorce and all. He's like, hey, and even during that process, he's like, hey, baby, won't you come back? I love you. You're my wife. All these things. It's like, and my friend kept trying to warn her, when somebody is giving you a truth and you keep seeing that the truth is lining up every time they warn you about something, they're not false. They're not a false prophet. I'll say that. They're not a false prophet, because not everybody that is a true prophet is necessarily a Christian. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But hey, if they telling you the truth, if they keep telling you stuff and it keeps happening, then I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But you gotta, that little girl, I'm gonna say little girl, you gotta have some kind of common sense. You have to have some kind of common sense, baby. You don't leave your good situation for somebody who you might have to take care of. This guy has been locked up for 13 years. He does not have a job. He can't help you out. You living with a man who says, hey, you had a job. And he said, baby, if you want to, you can quit. You can do whatever you want to. I've got us in this big, giant house. Big, giant house. Nice vehicles. You're not paying for anything. But you're going to leave this man for this guy who just got out of prison because of some passion. Whoo, you got to be out your mind. You got to be out your mind. You don't know what this man has health-wise, what he got going on. Y'all, please, start. You got to check yourself. Check in on yourself. Start right now. Just sit back and think before you go to bed. Just start thinking about if your life is a wreck. Start thinking about all the stuff you've done to help it be a wreck. We can't blame other people, because she tried to blame my friend, and then she ended up apologizing later because she knew she was in the wrong. She lost that good person that was in her life. And some men lose good women doing the stuff that they do. But you got to face the fact you did what you did and just become a better you. And then start over again. I don't know if that guy would ever give her a chance. Maybe he would. If she probably would have to kind of I want to say, I hate to say it, but like, she would probably have to beg that guy for her forgiveness, and then prove that she is a different type of person going forth, and he might take her back. But yeah, y'all, don't do no foolish stuff just because you got a tarot card reading. You still got to use some common sense. You got to use all your common sense still, okay? And then why don't you start? You got to start building your own relationship with yourself, your spirit. You can say God or what, a Christ or whoever, or even outside of that, whatever religious following or teaching you follow. You need to, there's a thing called intuition. Go in, deal with your thoughts, your mind, get to know yourself, and then you will start discerning. Ask for discernment. Okay? And you'll get it. And then also start talking to older women with good sense. Older men with good sense. It's not, I say older women, but older men that they're not trying to get in your pants and different things. So y'all can get some good common sense. Because that, right, not saying for all of y'all. Some of y'all got better common sense than that. But that is bad. Like, some of y'all just do better, y'all. Because somebody's hit me up right now. But yeah, I just want to bring that to y'all attention. Because it's that's sad for that baby. It's sad for that young lady. But she got to get it together because that's just crazy. You got to do better. We got to do better. You got to do better. You can't pick no doggone person that's been living the worst life, and you're gonna think that's your soulmate, which it could be your soulmate. But like, I want you to define, if you believe in a soulmate, define what that is. Research the mess out of it and see what all comes with it. See what did I say? Soulmate and the twin flame. Really do your research with that. See what that means, because a lot of times the main thing is you want somebody to love you, be there for you, and then just go into other little details about stuff, and then try to narrow that stuff down, because sometimes that list can be so long. Yeah, okay. All right, y'all. I just want to, because that was crazy. But yeah. All right, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Princess Diana.